Oh, and that's why we did it. That's exactly why we flip. Oh my God, this fish is literally pulling me harder. That's a mean one. Take a look at that stud muffin. Well, that's how you want to start the day right there. Bloody tail. Could be a late spawner. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am here at Lake X, we'll call it. The objective of today's video is one thing. It's to catch some donkeys on a frog. We got the Booyah Pad Crasher, we've got a live target. Some of these mats around me are pretty thick, so that'll just depend on which frog I throw. It's gonna be a good day. I already started out the day just kind of cruising to this spot, throwing a cast up to something that looked good. I luckily turned the chesty on and stuck a 4-pounder. So that's always a good start, I think. That's the video today, and hope you guys enjoy it. So as you guys know, I am a big fan of the Booyah Pad Crasher. But today, we've got a live target frog. And this is the bigger size, or the biggest size they have, I believe. And the reason we have this frog is because it is bigger. And when you see cheese like that, you want a bigger frog to displace more of that mat and get the fish's attention underneath it. And the Booyah Pad Crasher is just a little bit too light for that. These are the scenarios where we'll throw the bigger frog. As always, we're gonna add some KVD fish sticks, just a little nastiness to that frog in case a fish decides to give it a sniff. It'll know it's messing with some goodness. But just briefly to tell you how I fish this frog, I'm actually going to snap it on that mat. You could work it slow, and sometimes they do like it slow, but I found in these thick mats, you want to get their attention. And that snapping action, that can call fish from a greater distance that are under the mat. And we'll switch to the 1/2-ounce Booyah Pad Crasher. A little bit more finessey of a frog. Let's try. Let's try like an orange color. That took a long time. Well guys, just giving you a midday update. Well, it's actually past midday. It's been a struggle. I've made cast after cast after cast, flipped and frogged and chatterbait, everything. And the frog blowups I have had were just really, they just weren't eating it good. Finally, the current's moving, the wind picked up a little bit, so I think that's definitely helping the bite. It is hot out. It is almost, look at it. 97. It's almost 100 degrees, so it's pretty brutal out here right now, not gonna lie. I've actually got a few more hours to fish. Hopefully we can stick a few good ones on the frog. Kind of figured out where these fish are positioned, which is a good thing. Big mat right there, current's coming into it, and where there's like a canopy of this duckweed, they're sitting on. They probably usually stay in that mat, and with this current they're coming out to the closest canopy of duckweed and basically looking for stuff coming in to them. This one coming up, there should be one on the other side. So I actually forgot to do an outro or kind of a recap video for today's video, but it was a tough day. I had full intention of going back there and smashing him on a frog, and it just didn't happen. I threw the frog, the menace, the chatterbait all day. The bite was just not on, and eventually at the end of the day when the tide switched, it was an incoming tide, and the wind started blowing. I started catching fish on the frog, and I think ultimately that was just because the fish were positioning in a way to look up, they were ready to eat, and I think the frog was the deal for those fish. So luckily it turned out at the end of the day. It wasn't a waste, and basically, yeah, all fish were caught on the live target. It's the big size live target frog. I believe that was the emerald red color frog, and again, I was doing a lot of snapping. Those mats were thick. I mean, that mat was probably at least a centimeter thick in some areas, so you need that bigger profile frog. You need to snap that bait and get those fish's attention. So that was kind of the deal. No big fish, but still fun to catch fish on the frog. So all baits, all gear, all stuff I use is linked in the description if you're interested. But that is the video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you in the next one.